Howdy everybody, this is Bait coming at you with my first ever Diablo Immortal video. As you can see, we are the Immortals right now. We're in the week 6 of our reign, which means we've been reigning quite a while, and it means that it's going to get very difficult to hold in the coming weekend and week after that if we manage to pull it off. Additionally, not only are we the Immortals, I am the Immortal. So basically they named the entire game after me, or at least this server did, for now, for the past 6 weeks. Hopefully another week, but we'll see. I'll try to put up some Shadow War content this weekend, or I guess Rite of Exile content this weekend to show us fighting for that. So you can expect that. But this video is going to be about optimizing your Kions Ordeal, or Kions Ordeal. I will probably pronounce it both ways this video. I apologize prematurely for that. Here's my special immortal power that puts lots of pretty shapes around me and a huge gold thing just to draw lots of attention to myself and let everybody know who I am. Anyways, let's get into Kions Ordeal. The thing about Kions Ordeal is that if you're the Immortals, you want to do it as many times as you can per week. Best way to do that's level 5. You have to get up your dominance quite a bit to do that, but the best way to get up your dominance is through doing Kions Ordeal. So you get 24,000, that's what that left number is. But if you look down at the bottom, difficulty 1, 20,000, you get 1. 2 is 33, 3 is 42. See how you get a blessing for 2 days? I'll go over that in a second. Difficulty 4 is 50,000, and then difficulty 5 is 55,000. You get 3 days of the blessing on difficulty 5. What the blessing does is it gives you more items and more gold for your vault whenever you do Elder Rifts. So it lets you really stack the vault with a lot of items that your people get to pick, which I'll also show some content about that, either this run with Immortals if we win it, maybe next run with Immortals the next time we take it, based on how this weekend goes, because this weekend we have to win 8 battles in order to hold the Immortals. So it's going to be fairly difficult because that is an 80% win rate, which is, that'll get you in the Hall of Fame, that's for sure. So, big thing with Kions is that you can only do 1 per day, per person. So at level 5, the hardest part of level 5 is making sure that you have enough people in each run, because you can do a maximum of 48 people per run. 48 times 5 is what, 240? So that means that you need 240 out of 300 possible Immortals in order to max out each one. That said, with Hell 4 open, with all the new Paragon gear, with all the new loot, with all that other stuff, it's a lot easier to do it. We've like 8 or 9 man some of these Kions. So that's what I'm getting at, is if you're an Immortal, you want to stretch it as far as you can. Make sure you're doing as many of these as possible, because every single one that you complete per day gives you 24,000 dominance. So if you do 5, that is a ton of dominance that you get per day. Also, a ton of loot, because everybody is guaranteed a minimum of 1 legendary, and then some aspirant keys, and then you get 1 legendary crest out of Kions as well per week. You only get 1 per week. Every time you do a Kions, you're guaranteed 1 legendary item. Guaranteed. You can get 2, or if you're rude, you can get more than 2, which I'll go over in just a second. So the way we run Kions is we tell people, get in there, stand next to a portal, pick your portal, and stay there. That way we can even it out. So then as people run in, you'll see them run around for a minute, and then they'll pick a portal and they'll stay. One thing you need to realize if you've never done Kions, like say you're going to win Immortal this weekend, number 1, congratulations. Number 2, Siegebreaker and Cold Snap are the 2 hardest people, they're not people, 2 hardest demons, I guess, in Kions. Siegebreaker and Cold Snap take so much longer to kill than all the rest of them, so you want to stack more people into Siegebreaker and more people into Cold Snap. The reason that you want to make sure everything is evenly stacked is because whenever 1 boss dies, the other ones get enraged. Whenever 2 die, the other 2 get double, and then obviously when the last one dies, the 4th boss gets triple. So, you see here, Siegebreaker's that one on the left side, those percentages there, 6, 8, 9. You see how I'm saying stop DPS? That's because Siegebreaker's still at 13%. We're about to take down the other 3 because we ignored that, and so sorry everybody in Siegebreaker, now he's going to be triple enraged for the last 5% of his HP. That's not terrible, honestly. Only 5%. Another thing with Kions is make sure you click the damn chest. A lot of people forget that. After you click the chest, you run out, you slowly place your hand on this giant glowing rod, and then explodes loot all over you. So that's how that happens. But you're going to see after you do that, there's going to be a bunch of circles that come out. The circles have a item, shoulders, chest, armor, blah, 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 blah. You stand in that circle, everybody standing in the circle rolls, basically, and the highest number wins. So our rule is after you win, you get the hell out. Only take 1 item from the circles. This is why you want to do as many Kions as you can, because as you can see, there are 4 rounds of these gifts. So the first 2 have 4 circles, and then the next 2 have like 6. I don't know. There's a bunch of loot that comes out of here, and the loot can be extremely good. So I'm gonna cut, and I'm gonna show you this glitched version that we had. Here's me being really smart, saying we need more cold snap. That's gonna be a little bit prophetic. As you can see up in the top right, there's a lot more, so I'm running around, I'm checking the numbers in the portals because I've got the daddy pants for this version of Kions, which basically means I'm telling people, you move to this portal, you move to this portal, you move to this portal, or hey, it looks good, which is what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna run over, I'm gonna poke the rod in the middle in order to start the fight, and then I'm gonna run into my portal. Make sure everybody goes into all of them, and then I go run into mine. So I'm gonna go up to the Fallen Matriarch up here. But I'm going to skip a little bit because it's just me DPSing in PvP spec, which is not awesome. Now look at the percentage on the left-hand side after I skipped. Cold Snap's still at 56%. So that means we're screwing that up pretty bad. See how the rest are at 15? So I'm saying hold DPS, and then what I'm going to do, which is a very good tip for level 5 Kions, is I'm going to stand right on this Matriarch and I'm going to let her beat the shit out of me. So there's your tip. And what I mean by that is that you can die and you can run back to another portal. So that's why I'm standing here, is because I'm going to go help Cold Snap now. Since Cold Snap's so far ahead, I resurrect, I run over to Cold Snap's portal, and Cold Snap is being a dickhead and spawn camping, as you can see right there. Now, at first, this is kind of funny. There's a gazillion tornadoes on me, though, so I'm like, screw this, and I run through into the middle, and I'm like, all right, we'll just pull Cold Snap out and back into the middle, because apparently he managed to walk out the door. So I'm telling everybody to get back over towards the middle. Come on, we got to pull Cold Snap back out. He's glitched. Turns out that's not going to work. So you see me saying, hey, drag Cold Snap back out. Come to the middle. He's past the barrier. We cannot hit him when he's on the other side of that fire. The thing is, his AoE can hit us. Our AoE can't hit him. So the only people doing any damage to him are people that are coming into Cold Snap. So now you see me saying, make him come out, da-da-da-da-da. We do this for a minute, and then we realize that this shit ain't working. So now I'm going to say, screw it. We're going to stand on the door, and we're going to stack and die. Because the only way to kill a boss that bugs out like this is to run back and then stand there and eat the tornadoes with your mouth, like I'm doing right here, and just try to heal and stay alive as long as possible, do as much damage as I can. You see all the other people that are at the door cheering me on, for some reason not dying and coming back, but it is what it is. So Cold Snap's going to kill me again. A few more people are here to help me. And yeah, we basically zerg our way through it. But see how the other bosses all waited to finish their DPS until we had Cold Snap down? If they had killed their bosses earlier, we would have been screwed. If Cold Snap was triple enraged right there, it would have been incredibly difficult to finish that. So Cold Snap's dead. All 4 are dead. I say what a shit show because that's what it was. I'm going to go over, I'm going to click my box, and I'm going to make sure that I get my crest for the week, and I get my legendary, and I get my aspirant keys. And then after I do all that, as I said, I'm going to run out, and I'm going to slowly place my hand on the rod and make sure that it explodes loot all over us, because that's what Kions do. So, quick rundown on Kions' Ordeal. Do as many as you can per day. Organize your people. Make sure that people are showing up. Set times for it. Do 5 if you can. And that Essentia costs, like the 55,000, that opens 5 instances of Kions for that day. It costs 55,000. That means it's only 11,000 per kill. So, level 5 is the most efficient form of doing it if you can pull it off. And then also, like I said, 5 is going to be a ton of loot for all of your immortals. Basically everybody that logs in every day, if they can do a Kion, can get 1 to 2 legendaries quickly and easily out of this instance. Then also you're going to stack up your dominance a whole lot. So I hope this helps out. We had to stumble through some of this stuff. Hopefully you guys won't have to stumble through some of this stuff. If your immortals are doing it wrong right now, tell them, hey, go watch the video, check it out. It's a lot easier. Like, subscribe, all that other shit that YouTubers say, and thanks for watching the video, everybody, and see you soon.